Hi, I'm Matt Hunter, Technical Account Manager at NTT Communications. Today I'm going to talk to you about strategies of adopting UCaaS cloud-based services using SD WAN as technology to do so. This is especially important for CIOs who are on a cloud-first and SaaS adoption strategy. UCaaS traffic is very latency sensitive, very dependent on a solid network to underpin it. Traditional network rollouts, such as this MPLS network here, may have restricted bandwidth and may not be dynamic enough to support the access required into these cloud-hosted applications. And when specifically looking at a platform like UCaaS, we know that the network is key to supporting that end-user quality experience. CIOs then need to consider two questions. Firstly, how can I secure my traffic when I'm considering accessing from key locations an internet-hosted UCaaS platform? Secondly, how can I provide a great end-user experience when adopting a cloud-based UCaaS solution? A consideration for changing the network solution is to look at SD WAN. By delivering an SD WAN solution, we can deploy SD WAN devices at each location to support an overlay solution on the existing network and even add internet access technology to support higher bandwidths where required at sites that are constricted. SD WAN is a great partner for a unified communication solution because it allows the use of cost-effective internet access, and this can be adopted at every location. Now we've delivered internet access into the SD WAN, we can deploy an overlay solution to provide a load shared solution to each site to provide that high level of bandwidth we discussed earlier. With the overlay in place, we can start to monitor the application flows on the network, and we can identify those applications that we require to prioritize. Once we've applied the prioritization metrics on the orchestrator, we can start to monitor that and see how the traffic is performing. But this meets the first criteria, which is application prioritization. Now that we have deployed the application prioritization through the orchestrator, we next need to consider the use of the internet and internet offloading. This is a key part of the network design. We talked about security in the first part of this discussion. We now need to think of the options, of which there are two main ones. The first one is to offload traffic through a gateway on the network, which we call Network Functions Virtualization. This provides secure firewalling, IPS, antivirus, and anti-malware as part of the solution design. The next consideration would be to offload internet traffic locally through the SD WAN edge device. This is possible to do through application of a rule set applied at the orchestrator to break out internet traffic locally from a site. The edge device has stateful firewalling in place to provide a security policy. These are the two main methods of offloading internet access. Finally, another key consideration when looking at a UCaaS adoption strategy is to ensure that the architecture is optimized, which can be done through monitoring this through the orchestrator platform. For Microsoft Teams, for example, there are some key considerations in the application performance that you would expect to see on an SD WAN. Firstly, we'd expect to see low packet loss as a key configuration element. And secondly, we need to consider latency on the network when supporting this real-time traffic. SD WAN has the capability of being able to monitor the paths that are selected, always choosing the right one for that voice and video traffic. Finally, we need to think about other applications on the network and their impact to other traffic types. We've talked about voice, but there are other applications too, where things like quality of service are important to decide that prioritization and level of performance required. With these capabilities, you get a much more agile network, really driving performance for your applications and the end users. I hope you found this demonstration useful. Thank you for watching.